Hi folks, today we're doing peanut butter banana bread. We're going to start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour in a large bowl. This bread is great. It has no oil, no butter, no eggs, no sugar. It's super healthy. It comes out moist and tasty. It's delicious. We're going to add 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar to that flour. It can be either light or dark brown sugar. Just break up the clumps there. Then we're going to add 1/2 cup of date sugar, which is really just ground up dates. It's a healthy sugar. You could use any kind of sugar. Now we're adding 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg and 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. Next, in a medium bowl, we're taking 4 medium overly ripe bananas and we've smashed them down with the back of a fork. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Then we've added 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal that had been mixed with 6 tablespoons of water. And we're stirring these together along with 8 tablespoons of peanut butter that had been melted down slightly in a microwave for about 30 seconds. Then we're going to whisk out any clumps of the dry ingredients so that everything's smooth. Then we're going to incorporate the wet into the dry with the spatula. Just scrape the wet batter into the flour mixture. And we're going to fold that together gently and not overly combine it. We still want to see a few specks of flour in the bowl when we pour it into the loaf pan here in just a bit. If we work it too heavily, the dough will get dense and heavy and chewy. You don't want that for your banana bread. So just fold it a few times until it's pretty well mixed, but not overly mixed. And we're going to take the batter and sort of scrape it into a loaf pan that's been prepped with non-stick cooking spray or melted butter. Just scrape it into the pan and sort of work it around into the crevices so that it's even. Just sort of work it around so that it's fairly even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to top with a bit more cinnamon and a few scrapes of fresh nutmeg again. This is in addition to the amounts given in the first part of the video. This is a preference thing, but I like doing this. And then I press 8 to 12 toasted walnuts evenly across the top of the batter. And I toast the walnuts ahead of time in a 350-degree oven for 8 to 9 minutes. This is a preference thing as well. You certainly wouldn't have to put walnuts into your batter. And you could use walnuts that had not been previously toasted as well. I like to toast them. I think it brings in a new dimension of texture and it brings out a little better flavor in the walnuts to me. Kills some of the bitterness and makes them just a little tastier. Brings out the sweetness in the nut. And so we're just pushing them in with the tip of a knife, covering them up with the batter. And we'll just kind of roll some batter over the tops of those walnuts. And again, you certainly wouldn't have to do this. And then we're going to place the bread in the oven at 350 degrees for about 50 minutes or 45 to 55 minutes, somewhere in that range. That'll go in the center rack. And it's done when a toothpick inserted, well into the the bread when it comes out, for one or two crumbs left on the toothpick, and it's good to go. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you like it. And again, we really appreciate you, and thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the bread.